Friends, we have new bronzers from Soshe, and I picked up two. Originally, I was just gonna get the shade Linen, but then I saw this shade, which is Speakeasy, and it has that reddy undertone that I love so much. And I almost forgot, I also picked up their Precision Sculpting Stick as well. This is also in the shade Linen. They didn't have one to line up with the Speakeasy shade, so I figured we'll just go with this one. So let's start by swatching out the shade Linen. This feels very creamy in the pan, very reminiscent of their blushes. But it's another one of those beautiful cream to powder formulas that I've absolutely been loving. That is beautiful, and it has a little bit more of a reddy undertone than I had expected it to, but I'm really excited about that shade. Let's swatch out Speakeasy. That is very deep, but let's see what it looks like if you kind of blend it out a little bit. Maybe I can go in really light-handed and make it work for me. If not, it's gonna make a beautiful blush. So starting with the shade Linen, I'm just gonna pick this up on a Rephr 05 brush, and I'm gonna apply this shade to the right side of my face. This is applying beautifully, which is exactly what I expected from the formula, and it is a little bit more softer and diffused in pigmentation than I was expecting it. I do really love that shade though. I was expecting it to be a little bit more on the yellowy side just based off those swatches online, so definitely something to keep in mind that the representation of the shades is probably not the best, and my face is powdered, by the way. All right, moving on to Speakeasy. I'm gonna go in a little bit more lightly handed with this shade and just see what happens. So here we go. For me, this is definitely going to be more of like a bronzer product, but I like both of these. I think they both look beautiful on the skin. I like the tones of them, but I do want to try out the sculpture stick. So this is what the tip looks like. It's got more of a rectangle tip to it than like the traditional pencil style stick. I love a product like this for sculpting out my nose a little bit, or even bringing a little bit more fullness to my lips. Okay, so here we have Linen in both the bronzer and the sculpting stick, and you can tell the sculpting stick has that little bit more coolness to it that you want from a contour, but I think the shades complement each other beautifully. Okay, so I'm gonna start by kind of just drawing this right here on my nose where I normally would. A little bit here, my little whoosh right here, and then we'll do the lips. All right, let's blend this out, see what it's gonna do. I really like that. I think it went on really nicely. I think it blended out really nicely. I will say it is a little bit more stiff as far as formula goes compared to my beloved KJH, but I like the tone, I like the ease of application, and I really like the shape of this as well. But let me know all of your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're excited about the new bronzer launches from Soshe. And FYI, Soshe is coming to Ulta at the end of the month, which is super exciting because I do really enjoy their blushes, and there's some other shades that I would love to pick up. But I hope y'all found today's video very helpful, and I will see y'all in my next one.